I asked ChatGPT to give me 12 different variations of the word MacDonald, MacDonald. That's my last name. It didn't quite listen. It gave me 12 variations of the name McDonald, which is fine for the purpose of this little tutorial here. So I asked ChatGPT to give me a script, but not too fancy, a script stylized version of a name that would look okay on a sportswear jersey. So I asked it to extract the bottom right sample, which is the black with the gold trim. So that's working on that there. ChatGPT has been increasingly slow here lately. I'm not sure why. Okay, so it's going to give me back that extracted name there all by itself. And here's some little paw prints in the background. That's my little dog back there. She's trying to figure out what to do with herself on this hot day. So we got this name extracted. If we're doing 30 different shirts with the 30 different names on them, we can very easily get 30 of the same style name so that these shirts would look perfect as a set. Okay, so right now I'm asking it to give me a prompt to recreate the exact style of lettering using this sample, and it's going to give me back a prompt here now. Okay, so the prompt is generated. What I need to do with that now is I need to make a permanent record of that, because if I have a shirt design that calls for this style of lettering, I need to be able to recreate it exactly. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go into Notepad++ and I'm going to paste that in there. So at the very top of that prompt, there's a line there that says insert name or word here. So there's a couple little asterisks outside the square brackets as well. So you can delete that and you can paste the name that you want in there. So I'm going to go with the name McPherson. So I did find and replace so that it will find every instance of that. Sometimes it gives you the prompt with only one instance of it, and sometimes it gives you the prompt with more than one instance. So I just did find and replace all. Okay, so now we got the name McPherson in there. I'm just having a quick scan through to make sure there's nowhere else that it expects you to put the name in. Okay. So I'm going to save that in a folder on my desktop with the name black and gold. Let's see, what did I call that? New folder. And we're going to call that, let's see, black and gold lettering. Okay. So we're going to also call that script file black and gold lettering as well, and we're going to save it as just a regular text file, because every time we want to recreate that lettering, we're going to have to go back to this. We're going to have to open it up, replace the name that's in there, and copy and paste it into ChatGPT. So when we paste that into ChatGPT, we also need to paste in the reference image. So we're going to save this reference image also to the same folder, black and gold lettering, and probably call that black and gold image. And that's a PNG file, I believe. Okay. So now we're going to get a new chat, and we're going to load that image in there, and we're going to copy and paste that prompt out as well. So I don't know what's going on with my ChatGPT. Whenever I click on a button or a hover or a microphone or something, it flicks, and I don't understand why it does that. So we're going to add in our reference image, and that just tells it that's the original image was created with that prompt, and any further images created need to be in the style of that image. Okay, so we're going to copy that and paste that back into ChatGPT. Yep, it says McPherson, so we're just going to hit go, and we're just going to wait for that to come back. So ChatGPT, like I said, is really slow, so I'm just going to scoot on forward there now until it gives us what we're looking for. So you can see here now it gave us exactly what we were looking for, as the name McPherson, in exactly the same style as the original image, which was McDonald. So now we're going to go for multiple images, multiple instances of names in this style. So we're just going to type in here, use the prompt from above to create the following list of names. So we're going to give it a list of names. We're going to give it Bennett, Jones, Sampson, Stapleton, and Kennedy. And I'm telling it also leave adequate space between the names so that I can extract it easily in Photoshop. I've created an actual script where you just run the script and it takes each of these names and creates a separate layer for it without having to do it manually. It saves a lot of time if you have a really big list of names. So we're going to send that prompt off, and in just a few minutes we should get back our list of names all on the one sheet ready to go into Photoshop to be extracted. It's pretty cool how it does that, actually. Yeah, you can see that it's all in the same kind of font, it's all in the same style, same kind of bevel, same kind of edge. Awesome. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download this. This has an actual transparent background. I'm just going to hit my download button up here, and this is going to download into my I was going to say download into my downloads folder, but I'm going to save it in my black and gold lettering folder on my desktop. I will be relocating that later to a backup drive, but for right now I'm just doing it to my desktop. So I'm just going to call this one multiple names, and I'm going to hit save. So you see how that's flashing? I really don't know what's going on there. It never used to do that before, but now it's doing it. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go into Photoshop. Nobody knows what I got going on here. Photoshop. Let's okay, so we're in Photoshop now. This I had from a previous project, disregard. File, open. Computer's really slow as well. I have a lot of stuff open. I have a lot of stuff going on. So I'm desktop, black and gold lettering. I want to open this file, which is the one with the multiple names on it. So let's see if I can find my script. File, scripts. I believe I had it in my downloads folder. Let me just see if I can find it. Image processor, nope. Browse, yep. Let's browse for a script. Downloads. Chrome style script. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Let's find it. Segments to files, minimum 50. Maybe that's it. Let's try that one. Okay, so it wants to know the folder. Let's see. Desktop, black and gold. Okay. Select folder. Let's see, what did it do? So let's go back into my So I'm just going to drag this over here now so you can see. So when I ran that script, it took the file with the 5 different names there. And when I ran it, it gave me 5 different files, each with the different names on it. However, the one with Kennedy on it looks like it has a black background. So I'm just going to double click that and open it up in Photoshop. Bear with me. Right click. Open with Adobe Photoshop. That should have a transparent, oh it does. It does have a transparent background. Okay, so let's go back to, let's open all these. Actually, a better way to do it would be to go back into Photoshop, go into scripts, load files into stack. And we're going to find our files that we want in the stack. So we're just going to choose this one. Hold your control key whenever you choose multiple files. And McDonald. Okay, let's open them all. Okay, so I want to open all those individual name files. I'm going to go File, Scripts, and Browse. Nope, not Browse, sorry. Okay, I want to open all these individual files into a stack. So by a stack, it means one file with multiple layers. Each of the files will show in a different layer in a file. So let's go File, Scripts, Load Files into Stack. Okay, so we're going to go in here and browse now, and we're going to choose our files that we want to load into the stack. So McDonald, Jones, Bennett, Sampson, Stapleton, and Kennedy. Okay. All right. I'm going to say okay. So this is making a file now with all those names in it. It's loading them all in. So the McDonald one was a little bigger. For some reason, I'm going to delete this. Okay. So I want to center all these now. So I'm going to just I'm going to select the top layer, and I'm going to hold my shift key, and I'm going to select the bottom layer. And I'm going to choose my selection tool up here. Just click on that. Now you got these little alignment things here. So I want to choose the center one and the vertical center one. So I got them all selected. I'm just going to drag it all over here to the middle. And that way I'm going to just I'm just going to select the top layer. I have auto select turned on. Now I do. So I'm just going to grab the layers and move them around, and you can see how cool that is. And that's how you would get different names with the same style. So if I was going into Adobe Illustrator, for instance, okay, this is a project I was working on from earlier. Let's say I wanted to, let's say I wanted to import those names into here. So I was getting this file ready to send off to the manufacturer. Let's just go File. We'll go Scripts. This is another script that I wrote to be able to do things quicker. Illustrator Import Folder Files. So this is going to be on the desktop. And what do we call that? We call it black gold lettering. So that's the folder that I want to import. So I'm just going to say okay and see if it imports those names. And sure did, look. Okay, seven files it brought in. So now if I were going to set these up, this one I don't need because this is one file with all the names on it. So I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to also delete the McDonald one. But I have 5 other names here now. So if I was doing a bunch of dart shirts, I could just find my layers palette here. And I could select all of these. Shift, and Shift. Okay. And I could just move them over. The Kennedy one I already did, so I'll just move it back. So yeah. So I was sending this off to the manufacturer. I'd place the first name. Actually, remove the one that's already there. Anyway, you get the picture. This is how I would go about doing that. That's how easy it is to do duplicate names with the same style over and over in ChatGPT. If you found this tutorial helpful, please subscribe to my channel. If you would like something else that you'd like me to demonstrate about lettering or creating lettering in Photoshop or creating lettering in ChatGPT or Illustrator, please leave a note in the comments. Thanks for watching.